Have you ever wondered how the ancient Egyptians managed to build the pyramids without modern technology? This question has puzzled historians, archaeologists, and curious minds alike for centuries. Our journey begins around 5,000 years ago with the dawn of one of the most fascinating civilizations in human history, ancient Egypt. The origins of this civilization trace back to approximately 3100 BC, a time when the ancient regions of Upper and Lower Egypt underwent a remarkable transformation. This transformation was brought about by unification, a monumental event that marked the inception of Egypt as a distinct entity on the world map. The man behind this unification was King Narmer, a visionary leader whose reign ushered in the first dynasty of ancient Egypt. Under his rule, the disparate regions of Upper and Lower Egypt were melded into a single, powerful kingdom. This unification not only brought political stability, but also ignited a cultural revolution that would shape the course of history. But a civilization isn't built on political power alone. It requires a life source, a nurturing environment that facilitates growth and development. For the ancient Egyptians, this life source was the Nile River. The Nile, with its predictable and bountiful floods, was the lifeblood of this desert civilization, providing the fertile land needed for agriculture. It was this river that allowed the ancient Egyptians to establish an agricultural economy, which in turn laid the foundation for their remarkable advancements in various fields. From the construction of awe-inspiring pyramids to the development of a sophisticated writing system, the ancient Egyptians left an indelible mark on human history. Their achievements were not just monumental, but also a testament to their ingenuity, resilience, and adaptability. As we delve deeper into the timeline, ancient Egypt's wonders unfold, its mysteries deepen. Join us as we journey through time, exploring the rise and fall of this extraordinary civilization, its grandeur, its people, and the enigma that continues to captivate us, the mystery of ancient Egypt. Imagine a time when humankind dared to reach for the stars, not with stones, but with stones and sheer willpower. Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey back in time, to an era of grandeur and mystery, the Old Kingdom of Egypt, often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids. This age, spanning from 2686 to 2181 BC, saw the Egyptian civilization at the zenith of its architectural prowess. The Old Kingdom was a time when men dared to dream big, and even bigger was their resolve to turn those dreams into reality. Their ambition? To build a stairway to the heavens themselves. The most renowned testament to this audacious ambition is the Great Pyramid of Giza, the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world that still stands today. This monumental structure, built over a 20-year period, was not merely a show of power or wealth. It was a carefully planned, meticulously executed construction project that speaks volumes about the knowledge and capabilities of its builders. But what drove these ancient people to undertake such an enormous task? The answer lies in their profound belief in the afterlife. The pharaohs, the god-kings of Egypt, viewed death not as an end, but as a transition to a new existence. They believed that their souls would ascend to the stars, and for this celestial journey, they needed a vessel. Thus, the pyramids were conceived and constructed not as mere tombs, but as cosmic launch pads, ready to propel the pharaohs into eternity. And then, there's the Sphinx, that inscrutable sentinel of the Giza plateau. This colossal statue with the body of a lion and the face of a king is shrouded in enigma, its purpose and meaning as elusive as the desert sands it overlooks. The pyramids, timeless and awe-inspiring, bear testimony to the audacity of the human spirit. They stand as a reminder of an era when mankind dared to dream, dared to strive, and dared to create wonders that have withstood the test of time. What happens when a civilization once fragmented finds unity and prosperity again? Let's delve into a period of ancient Egypt often referred to as the Middle Kingdom, which spanned from around 2055 to 1650 BC. It's a story of reunification, stability, and a golden age of cultural development. In the wake of internal chaos and division that marked the end of the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom emerged like a phoenix from the ashes. This era was initiated when a ruler named Mentuhotep II managed to reunify Egypt, marking a resurgence of a centralized state. The Middle Kingdom was a time of political stability and economic prosperity, a stark contrast to the preceding period of unrest. But it wasn't just about political stability. The Middle Kingdom was a renaissance of sorts, a time when literature, art, and architecture flourished. The Egyptian literature of this era was rich and varied, with works ranging from wisdom texts to epic poetry. It was a time when the written word began to be used more extensively, allowing us to peek into the minds and hearts of the ancient Egyptians. Art, too, underwent a transformation. Artists moved away from the rigid and formal styles of the Old Kingdom, experimenting with more naturalistic and realistic depictions. This period saw the creation of some of the most beautiful and emotive pieces of art in Egypt's history, and let's not forget the architectural marvels. While this era didn't produce monumental structures like the pyramids, it was a time of significant architectural innovation. Brick was widely used in construction, and the period is known for its mortuary temples and tombs, which were intricately designed and decorated. So the Middle Kingdom was a period of reunification and prosperity, a time when Egyptian culture blossomed in literature, art, and architecture. But as the old saying goes, every silver lining has a cloud. In the midst of prosperity and creativity, little did they know that a storm was brewing. What defines an empire's golden age? Is it its expansive borders, or perhaps the tales of its legendary rulers? Let's travel back to the New Kingdom era, from 1550 to 1070 BC, a time when Egypt was not just a kingdom, but an expansive empire. This was an era where the sun seemed to shine brighter over the Nile, and the tales of legendary rulers echoed through the corridors of history. The New Kingdom era was marked by the rule of some of Egypt's most famous pharaohs. Hatshepsut, the queen who became king, was one of them. She ascended the throne as a regent for her young stepson, but soon took on the full power of Pharaoh, leading Egypt into a period of prosperity and monumental construction. Her reign challenged the traditional gender roles of the time, leaving a legacy that would be remembered for millennia. Then there's Akhenaten, the heretic pharaoh, who turned the entire religious system on its head. He introduced monotheism, worshipping only the sun disk, Aten, and moved the capital to a new city, Amarna. His reign, though short-lived, had a profound impact on Egyptian culture and religion. Who can forget Tutankhamun, the boy king? He ascended the throne at just 9 years old, and his reign was relatively short and uneventful. Yet his tomb, discovered almost intact in the early 20th century, has given us a priceless glimpse into the opulence of pharaonic burials. And then, there was Ramses II, the great builder, whose monuments still stand tall, a testament to his long and prosperous reign. His name is etched into almost every corner of Egypt, from the temples of Karnak to the colossal statues at Abu Simbel. The New Kingdom era also brings us to the controversial topic of the Hebrew Exodus. While there is no definitive archaeological evidence to confirm the biblical account, it remains a subject of intense debate among scholars and historians. From the grandeur of the New Kingdom, we now approach the twilight of ancient Egypt. Every civilization has its sunset, but what happens when the sun sets on a civilization as grand as ancient Egypt? As we delve into the late period spanning from 664 to 332 BC, we witness the gradual decline of this once mighty civilization. The late period was marked by a series of foreign invasions, starting with the Persians in the 6th century BC. Despite their conquest, the Persians allowed Egyptian traditions to continue, albeit under their control. But the sun was beginning to dip lower in the sky for the land of the Nile. Then came the Greeks under the leadership of Alexander the Great in 332 BC. Alexander was welcomed as a liberator, freeing Egypt from Persian rule. He respected and even adopted Egyptian customs, becoming a pharaoh in the eyes of the Egyptian people and setting the stage for the Ptolemaic dynasty. As the Ptolemaic rulers assimilated into Egyptian culture, they also brought Greek influence, creating a unique blend of the two civilizations. However, this period was characterized by internal strife and power struggles, further weakening the Egyptian state. The final blow came with the arrival of the Romans in 30 BC. Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire, and while its culture and traditions were still practiced, they were gradually overshadowed by Roman customs. The language, religion, and art of ancient Egypt began to fade, marking the end of one of the world's most remarkable civilizations. Yet, even in decline and conquest, ancient Egypt refused to be completely forgotten. Its monuments stood tall, Its hieroglyphs told tales of a glorious past, and its legacy echoed through the corridors of time. As the sun set on ancient Egypt, it left behind a legacy that continues to captivate us to this day. The pyramids, the Sphinx, the pharaohs, they all serve as enduring reminders of a civilization that once was, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, and perhaps a cautionary tale of the inevitable sunset that awaits every empire.